Hello, this is Destiny Chico, and this is the reading for Esther chapter 7, verses 1 through 10. Haman impaled. So the king and Haman went to Queen Esther's banquet, and as they were drinking wine on the second day, the king asked, "Queen Esther, what is your petition? It will be given to you. What is your request? Even up to half the kingdom it will be granted." Then Queen Esther answered, "If I have found favor with you, your majesty, and if it pleases you, grant me life, this is my petition, and spare my people, this is my request. For I and my people have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and annihilated. We have merely been sold as male and female slaves. I would have kept quiet because there no such distress would justify disturbing the king." King Xerxes asked Queen Esther, "Who is he? Where is he, the man who has dared to do such thing?" Esther said, "An adversary and enemy, this vile Haman." Then Haman was terrified before the king and queen. The king got up in a rage, left his wine, and went out into the palace garden. But Haman, realizing that the king had already decided his fate, stayed behind to beg Queen Esther for his life. Just as the king returned from the palace garden to the banquet hall, Haman was falling on the couch where Esther was reclining. Then the king exclaimed, "Will he even molest the queen while she is with me in the house?" As soon as the word left the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. Then Harman, one of the eunuchs attending the king, a pole reaching to a height of 50 cubits, stands by Haman's house. He had set it up for Mordecai, who spoke up to help the king. The king said, "Impale him on it." So they impaled Haman on the pole he had set up for Mordecai. Then the king's fury subsided.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Waidaka, and I am a youth member at the Time Redeeming Christian Fellowship located at Beacon Hill Assemblies of God. I'm very grateful to be here with you guys and so excited to speak about the book of Esther, so let's jump right into it. In chapter 7, verses 1 through 10, the king and Haman go to have dinner with Queen Esther, and she reveals that Haman is the enemy that sent her and her people into slavery to be killed and destroyed. Haman immediately starts begging for forgiveness, and he's just begging the king just for his life, but the king is so angered that he immediately sends him to be killed at a post next to his house, and that's where our story ends. Now, Haman was a man who let his emotions get the best of him, and we saw this when he got so enraged that Mordecai would not bow down and worship him, and it made him so angry that he even made a post to kill Mordecai on, which is coincidentally the same post that the king ends up killing Haman on in our story. The lesson that we can all learn from Haman is to never let our emotions overcome us. He did this because instead of putting God in control, he let his negative emotions be in control, and it led him to plant very bad seeds in his life. When God is fully in control, our emotions don't disappear, but they do become manageable. When we try to battle our emotions on our own, we are suffering, and that is not the life that God wants for us. He does not want us to suffer. He wants us to lead beautiful and fruitful lives. He wants us to trust in him and to always know that he will never leave us nor forsake us. So, the next time that you have a negative feeling trying to overcome you, I want you to stop, calm down, take a deep breath, pray, and be still. Know that this negative emotion is not in control, and if you want to, challenge yourself by doing a good thing whenever you feel a negative emotion coming on. Whatever you choose, do it in good faith and in good spirit, and you will always reap the benefits of God.